So they keep taking it away. Come on. I gotta lower it down some. With Hulk Hogan, bro. Why are these people dying for some reason? Ozzy Osbourne has died. So does Malcolm Jamal Warner and Hulk Hogan. Why would Malcolm Jamal Warner and Hulk Hogan have to die too? That's tragic. You lose celebrities, you lose anybody else. You lose the body, you lose the backbone. You lose anything. The backbone is gone. They'll fuck up my shit. I hate YouTube. They bullshit. This shit don't work. I'm just gonna go my ass a fucking StreamYard and speak on my case. That's how the connection's fucked up. I'm gonna see what the fuck he's talking about his about his account being suspended. PlayStation support said that I was playing a game when someone sent me and my friend very rude and vulgar messages. After they griefed us in game we didn't respond with anything rude or vulgar, but we have received a ban and when we contacted PlayStation, we were told that we would have to wait out the ban, no matter what we said or anything. We truly did not say anything rude or vulgar. We hardly responded. It's truly believed it's unfair that we were banned due to someone else's actions because we were e-daters. E-daters, that's quote unquote e-daters. I have tried taking it up farther with PlayStation, but we haven't heard anything more. This is shameful on the PlayStation and Sony name and is quite unfair. Crazy Plankton said this on Reddit. Says, P.S. Don't play. Cynical Feline said this, and this thing says, the only thing that you can do is attempt an appeal, depending on how long the ban is. It's probably easier to just wait it out, because it will take a while to get the appeal approved. And if they're refusing, you must have said something they feel was unnecessary. Also, what the fuck is an e-data? Tangent Cupid said this. I agree, we won't respond to them anymore. But all I said was, okay, bud, and then blocked them. I haven't had any other communication with other accounts or anything and hardly play my PlayStation. I contacted PlayStation at the advised times when we went through the procedures and was told that I must have said something that was against the policy and haven't gotten any response since. I truly believe I didn't do anything wrong in game or outside the game. Stolen said this. I got a permanent ban from PlayStation about 6 years ago for messaging, but I never sent any messages on PlayStation at all. I wanted to appeal the decision, but apparently once but the permanent to put the permanent ban in you can't. I think the system Sony has is terrible. Okay, Dragrion said this. Dragrion says that's what happens when humans are removed and replaced by AI/bots to handle reports. This happens a lot on SNS. Uh, yeah, because and Top Tier Gaming said this. He says that yeah, because having a human look at every single report on PlayStation is totally going to happen. Ha! New Worker said this in regards to what happened with the ban. You know that VC is recorded, right? Also, you cannot delete your message in PSN. You can leave, but it's permanent PlayStation record. Every interaction, yeah, PlayStation record every interaction before starting party chat. For the first time, it says it when they investigate, they will know. Just don't break the community code of conduct. PlayStation focus now is the safety and well-being of players. Target Cupid said this: "Yes, I know it's recorded, but I didn't say anything in any party. That's ban able. That's ban able, and I didn't say anything about deleting chats." Sense has said this: "You probably said something rude to get banned." 5 Cents said this. And Top Tier Gaming 215 said this. Really mean stuff that came from other people. He says you didn't get banned. You didn't get banned for saying okay, bud, laughing my ass off. It's crazy when people come here and lie. It's not shameful on Sony or PlayStation. Spaz reply said this: "What did you say? Cause first time isn't a ban." Tangent Cupid OP says, "Apologies, I correct myself. I meant suspended." I responded with okay, bud, and blocked the person. Top Tier Gaming 215 said again, "You got perma banned for something else then. A communication ban. Communication ban is a permanent, isn't a permanent ban. Oh, so see, a communication ban isn't a permanent ban. No matter what words you say, you got flagged for something else that you said." Tension Cupid said, "Sorry, I must correct myself. I wasn't perma banned, I was only suspended. I've been suspended from YouTube, might I add, not signed in or anything, so I don't know how it's communication." Ortiz says failed. The Finals Academy says permanently suspended. Christina Hack said cancel. Web We Go Collide says suspension compensation rant. Orwellan says, "Are you really that important?" Our basketball coach said this: "I'm so disappointed with the lack of accountability these days." 41 upvotes. Uh, what's to say? HR HR Novels said this: "Shameless self promotion, a reputation reclaimed." R Trubit says, "What's the situation?" Our line app says account suspended for no reason. Dad Challenge Podcast says unofficially unsubscribed. Orange Orangutan said, "Is this your special interest?" Our club space says complaints. Bad GPT said, "Bro has no idea he is about to get suspended." Wall Street Peppy says disappointed but not disclaimed. Macy's Stores says suspended. MTG Jumpstart says in need of ruling. It says in need of a ruling, please. Owen Podcast said this: unsubscribe today. Dilla Blog Snark says no care for the law. Everyone should report. RCF S plus ADHD says uninformed opinions. Yeah, that's the reason why Hulk Hogan, Malcolm Warner, and Ozzy Osbourne are dead, because of the sacrificial shit that happened with the Hollywood elitists. They made people do stupid shit. They made people do stupid shit just for the fucking fame. People do stupid shit just for the fame. Malcolm Warner, dead of drowning. Hulk Hogan, they say he died. I got on the phone with my uncle while I was in Goodwill, and I explained all this to him about what happened to Malcolm Jamal Warner, who played as Theodore Huxtable on the Cosby Show in the 80s and 90s. I told him about what happened with Ozzy Osbourne, how he died while he was in his 70s. sad. It's sad. People are already been gone. People have been taken away from us too fucking soon. They were gone. See, that's why I call it the death of the celebrities, the celebs. So I had to write it down just for the sake of things. Bus drivers has said submitted without comment. Scum says RQ me. Fight Girls game says we are screwed. It's just a bunch of shit that's been out from. There's a whole bunch of shit I had to tell you from the jump. Let's find out what happened with this guy, and we're gonna show you what happened about this guy, Terrence Gene Bollea, aka Hulk Hogan. Yeah, he's dead at the age of 71. That's today. Rest in peace, brother. Hulk Hogan, who turned professional wrestling into a mainstream spectacle and then transcended it, died on Wells today. Following a serious medical issue at his Florida home, he was 71 years old. Hogan, real name Terry Bollea, began his wrestling career in Florida in the 1970s, but became a megastar in the mid 80s with the rise of the then World Wrestling Federation. His large, loud, all American persona fueled Hulkamania around the country, making him the ubiquitous face of WWF broadcasts, not to mention millions of kids' lunchboxes. Hollywood Hogan was a household name to begin with, turning him into the first true crossover success, with appearances in numerous movies, including Rocky III with Sylvester Stallone. And his star seemed never to dim. During his decades in the spotlight, he reinvented himself with the Hogan Knows Best reality show, starting in like 20 years, 2005, even as a new generation of wrestlers took over the sport. But in 2016, he once again captivated the country with his leading role in the $1 million lawsuit. Gossip site Gawker published a private sex tape. Hogan won and was awarded $140 million in damages, causing the site to go under. Last July, Hogan solidified himself as the MAGA icon when he delivered a rousing headliner speech in the support of his longtime pal, President Donald John Trump, at last year's Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Tearing off his shirt in true Hulkster style fashion. Blair's shocking death. Blair's shocking death after his family tried to reassure the public about his health. Medical personnel were dispatched to his house in Clearwater just before 10 a.m. That was today. Police confirmed following a 911 call reporting cardiac arrest. Things like that. They treated him for about an hour. It was taken to the hospital where he died at 11:17 a.m. this morning. No official cause of death has been released, but police said there was foul play was not even suspected. Rumors about Hulk Hogan's health may have been swirling for weeks after he went underwent. Let me say this: after he underwent the neck surgery in like previous May, with some claiming that he was left in a coma and on his deathbed. From else call came from TMZ. That was according to them. Uh, his wife Sky Daly, who he had later married, denied those claims, and she insisted that he was feeling strong as he recovered. Trump led the tributes to Hogan. We lost a great friend today, the Hulkster. He wrote on Truth Social. Hulk Hogan was MAG. Hulk Hogan was AMGA all the way, strong, tough, smart, but with the biggest heart. He gave he gave an absolutely electric speech. at the Republican National Convention was the one of the highlights of the entire week. He entertained the fans from all over the world, and the cultural impact he had was so massive. The president added that to his wife Sky and family, we give our warmest best wishes and love. Hulk Hogan will be greatly missed. Vice President Trump, well, Trump is president now, so he also weighed in the writing on X. Well, that was used to be Twitter. That Hogan was one of the first episode, not the first episodes. Hogan was one of the first people that I truly admired as a kid. There's a picture of Hulk Hogan and his then wife Brooke Balea and their two children, Brooke Balea and Nicholas Balea. And more tributes poured in as the news of the death had broke. WWE is saddened to learn that WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan has passed away. World Wrestling Entertainment wrote on X, leading the charge. One of pop culture's most recognizable figures, Hogan helped WWE achieve global recognition in the 1980s. WWE extends its condolences to Hogan's family, friends, and fans. Ric Flair, a prominent wrestler who's still retired, who squared up against Hogan during their careers, said that he was shocked to hear about the death of his close friend. Our friendship has meant to the world to me. That's what it says. Our friendship has meant to the world to me. He was always there. He was always there for me, even when I didn't ask for him to be. He was one of the first to visit me when I was in the hospital with a 2% chance of living. Flair wrote on X says that no one will ever compare to you. Rest in peace, my friend. That's what it says. He said this in the key words. No one will ever compare to you. Rest in peace, my friend. Sylvester Stallone, who was an actor who starred alongside Hogan in a Rocky III movie, who had also offered a tribute to the wrestler after learning of his death. He said, I had the pleasure of meeting this brilliant personality and showman when he was 26 years old. Stallone wrote in an Instagram post paired with a photo from their movie. He was absolutely wonderful, and his amazing skill made Rocky 3 incredibly special. Incredibly special. My heart breaks. I think that he's gone before Hogan stepped into the arena. Wrestling was a niche sport. Wrestling was like a niche sport. But when he showed up with his yellow tights signature handlebar mustache, blonde mullet, and bandana, and shredding antics, he catapulted the sport into a uniquely American household fixture. American household fixture, by the way. Audiences were captivated by his onstage performances, which included the outrageous dancing and exaggerated expressions like the endless use of the word brother and bragging about his 24-inch python biceps and his catchphrase about what you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you. All that came from the movie Rocky 3. During his career, he wrestled against other icons like The Rock, whose real name was Dwayne Douglas Johnson, and Mr. T. And in one of the most legendary moments, the sport's most legendary moments, body slam was the late Andre Rene Rose. Let's see what I get his name. Uh, Let me say this. And in one of the sport's most legendary moments to date, back then, body slammed Andre Rene Ruzimov, rest in peace, who's known as Andre the Giant, at 1987's WrestleMania 3 in Pontiac, Michigan. That's a few miles from Detroit. A few miles from Detroit. Hogan's fame has also helped him cross into was it? Let me see what about his fame. Hogan's fame has also helped him cross over into the movies and television. His first major film role was in Rocky 3, where he portrayed the wrestler named Thunderlips and towered over Stallone's Rocky Balboa character. He also appeared in the movies like No Holds Barred with the late Thomas Lester Jr., who's also known as Zeus, and Mr. Nanny. He was in with the late Sherman Hemsley, and was in the centerpiece of the television show called Thunder in Paradise in 1994. He was almost about to be done with wrestling in a periodical way, but while making an appearances on shows like The A Team and Baywatch, but his long career was not without the controversy. But in the Gawker sex tape, Hogan was recorded using racial slurs while ranting about his daughter's boyfriend, whom he called the N word several times. The tirade led Hogan fired from the WWE, scrubbed from its website, and stripped from the Sports Hall of Fame. He later apologized, but insisting that he wasn't racist. And then that's what happens. He later apologized for that, insisting that he wasn't racist. And the, and that slurs not the slurs that were regularly thrown about between friends both black and white in the southern neighborhood where he grew up. There's a picture there's a picture of Heather Clem and Hulk Hogan. It says this: Mrs. Love Sponge's bombshell testimony, my sex tape with Hulk Hogan. It says my sex tape with Hulk. They had a picture of Hulk Hogan wearing the Impact Wrestling T-shirt when he was used to be working for TNA. So let me explain this to y'all. Hulk Hogan was born in Augusta, Georgia in 1953. He has two children, Brooke and Nick, with Linda, his first wife. After Linda filed for divorce in the late 2000s, Hogan married Jennifer McDaniel in 2010. But 3 years later, they got divorced, and Hogan then married a woman who goes by the name of Sky Daly in 2023, and the pair were baptized together just 18 months before his untimely death. Total surrender and dedication to Jesus is the greatest day of my life, Hogan wrote in a post sharing a video from his ceremony where he was dunked while wearing his famous bandana. He doesn't know. It says bandana. They don't even know how to spell bandana. It's Bandana. Bandana, not bandada. It means no worries, no hate, no judgment, only love. This is a breaking news story and will be updated. Okay, so I couldn't even be able to get on the whatchamacallit about Malcolm Jamal Warner. I couldn't go on the news stories about Malcolm Jamal Warner because I was too late. All I had to go do, I go to the news about Hulk Hogan and his untimely death. But first of all, I'm gonna see y'all I'm gonna see you guys on the StreamYard video thing. And I'm James Coleman, and I'm signing off.